Good morning. It is day 43, and I got done with, I think, most of the first climb. I haven't actually looked at the map, but it's actually, there's trees and shrubs here now, and you can finally hear me because the wind has been indescribably windy today, blowing me over. I had to cross step a few times, and along with the ascent and, of course, the calf. I'll probably talk about that later towards the end of the day, how that went, but it's Monday, June 3rd. So yesterday was 2 months that I've been working on this project. I just basically wanted to say good morning, and I am very happy to be back on trail, and I'll talk more about how the last 2 days went later. Have a good day. Here's part of the PCT you don't normally see. I've been on this dirt road, Jeep track, for over a mile. Not the most glamorous part of the PCT. Good afternoon, everybody. It is 12:01. It is Monday, June 3rd, and it's day 43 hiking, and it's going pretty well. I'm over 10 miles now at noon, and I'm actually surprised because of the calf thing. So what happened on Saturday is I got out at about 7:25, and I had had a twinge, like just walking in the hotel before I grabbed my pack and everything on my left calf, and didn't think anything of it. That happens all the time. Got out on the trail, and like the first little tiny incline, like maybe 5 feet, I felt it like kind of tighten up. I'm like, okay, I'll just walk it off. I walked, I think, just under 2 miles, and it was getting progressively worse. And I was, I think understandably getting upset, like, what am I going to do? I can't keep going. This is a huge incline. Like, I'm carrying a lot of water. Like, everything was running through my head. And called Kathy and kind of talked it out with her, and ultimately made the decision to go back. And I am so glad that I did, because I had to walk that back to where Abel could pick me up, which he did very graciously. And I couldn't hardly put weight on it by the time I got there, so there's no way I could have made the climb that I just did today. I just rested it, did Epsom salts, bath salts with it, icy hot, and pain reliever, like a ibuprofen type thing. I did that all Saturday, the rest of Saturday. Abel was gracious enough to give me rides to the different convenience stores so I could get some stuff, and a sandwich shop so I could get some food. So I literally did not move Saturday. I just iced it and bathed, and soaked it and just rested it on Saturday. Sunday, I started experimenting, walking around town. I couldn't put my full weight on it, so I'm glad that I decided to stay another day. But I mean, as soon as I got up, I realized that it felt like it was going to seize up again. So I waited till today, and I will say that overnight, Sunday night into Monday, was pretty anxious for me because it felt good, but it feels sore. I shouldn't be sore because I had enough days off that everything else kind of recovered, but it was still feeling sore. And then getting out on trail is just, you can't help but be afraid that it's going to lock up or do something to you. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I don't know, it's very windy. And especially on that side, I started focusing on the wind more than what my legs were doing. And I don't know if, I think that might have actually helped a little bit instead of obsessing, going, oh my God, is this going to seize? Is this going to seize? So I'm 10 miles in. I feel good. I did break now for lunch because I felt tired. But I've got plenty of water. I'm about 5.3 miles to water. And so I think I'm going to be fine getting there. I'm doing good on time, and I feel like I can move forward. Now, if you can tell, the sky is getting darker. I might get thunderstorms today with wind. That'll be fun. But I'm very glad to be back out here. I'm very glad to be hiking. I feel like I'm finally making progress, and that was the frustrating thing. Was I was really ready to go Saturday, and Now here it is Monday, and I'm trying really hard not to think about, well, I could be here or I could be here if I'd been walking 2 days. But I'm enjoying myself now, except for I just showed you this road that we're hiking. It's silly. But overall, I hit like a nice section with trees, and I was enjoying myself. So my next goal is just to get to water, and then I'm going to make a decision from there. So really, I'm moving towards Walker Pass. That's kind of my little mini goal, which should take 3 to 4 days. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So I will talk to you guys later. Wouldn't you know it? 4.7 mile road, crappy dirt Jeep trail. I make it almost all the way back to trail off of that road. Last 100 yards. Yeah. Just bottom foot, like closest to the trench, kind of slipped out and landed on a bunch of rocks on the right one. You fall a lot. You get used to falling around here, but it's been a long time. I haven't been bloody in 2 weeks, something like that. Some kind of a record. So I get to start over. So here's camp. I thought I would show you guys before I crawled in. And then my plan is, there's mosquitoes, so I shouldn't have that open, but oh well. My plan is to get off my feet and get them worked out a little bit and get some of these sore spots massaged out, dinner. And then I will do a closing, but I just kind of wanted to show you where camp was. Hi. So it's about 6:30. It's close, 6:45. Got all my chores done and everything, and took a look. So I'm at 587.5 on the trail. I did 20.7 miles today. And I'm really happy with that because I really didn't know what to expect coming off that weird injury. My feet really were hurting quite a bit today, but it had nothing to do with the calf. So basically just toughed it out. I think maybe I was off trail a little bit too long. Don't know. They got too soft. So today, super windy this morning. I think I showed you just briefly what it was like in a less windy area. I mentioned that I was like crossing my feet over a couple of times, and I was just trying to catch myself from the wind blowing me. So my pack's a little bit taller than normal. It was a super windy day. It's taller because I'm carrying more food. But it went well. It was about an 8 miles to get to Ascent from Tehachapi from that freeway. I got that done, and then it was much better after that. Like I was in trees more, kind of on the lee side of the hills, so it wasn't quite as windy. But that was one of the reasons I wanted to get into my tent today, because you just get tired of being in the wind constantly. So I thought it'd be easier for me to just talk inside here without the wind, having to deal with the wind anymore. I get tired of it. The long water carry, it was 16 miles, and then from there so that was the only water source. Well, there was a spring, but that creek was probably the best water source. So I just carried, I loaded up a whole bunch. I loaded it up for dinner tonight, breakfast tomorrow, and then for 15 miles. So tomorrow it's a lot of up and down tomorrow, a lot of elevation change. The biggest one I saw was like 1,600 feet or something like that. And it's 15 miles to water again. So that'll be the first goal. What's nice is now that I'm here, I don't have to wait until 7 o'clock. I can get up early and get moving, which is what my plan is, and try and knock out several miles in the morning. And then I have a camp spot picked out about 20 miles from here. So that has a lot to do with the fact that there's water at that campsite, and apparently there's trees. And I would very much like to not have to do a heavy water carry and be able to have water close by and camp in trees tomorrow. So I'm stopping at 20 miles tomorrow. And I think the way I have it worked out, that's kind of setting me up for Walker Pass. Not the following day, but the day after that, I think. And it's kind of managing water all the way through as well. So that's the reason for like why I did 20.7 today, and that extra 5 miles I did took it from a 20-mile water carry to a 5-mile water carry, which much easier for me. It doesn't seem quite as bad when I say 15 versus 20-mile water carry. So those are kind of my thoughts and what I'm doing. I did see, I popped a doe. She was right below the trail, and it was it was a steep climb. She, of course, went straight up, and it was in thick trees, so I didn't see her again. But big body. She looked healthy, so that was good. And it was fun. I sat there, and I was hoping that like maybe I'd see a few more, but no luck yet, so I haven't gotten them on camera, but I've seen a couple deer now. I saw a snake today. It was just a gopher, or not a gopher, but like a bull snake, or looks like a rattler, but isn't. And that was about it. Really didn't see very many hikers either. I rode in with a guy named Dexter, and then he actually started like farther away. But he caught up to me and passed me. He was a trooper. And I was going slow today. One, to try to take care of my leg, and two, I was tired. So I was going slower, but second guy passed me, and then I saw two at the water, and then around here where I'm camping, I saw like 4 or 5 people. So there's still people around, but I think I'm a little bit out of that bubble now, which for me is good. But that's about it. So it was a good day. I'm glad my legs are working. It's kind of important. So I'll just keep on going. Like I said, my next goal is Walker Pass. I actually have more breakfast than I should be carrying. I actually might have enough to get all the way to Kennedy Meadows. But I'll need to resupply snacks and dinners at Walker Pass. But I'm really hoping that I can get in, resupply, get back to trail. The problem is there's no town super close by. It's like Indiokern, Lake Isabella, or Ridgecrest, and none of those are really close to the trail. So that's a time killer there. But that is my hope, and I think that's day 4, if I remember right. So this being day 1, 3 more days, and I'll do that resupply, and then I'll continue on towards Kennedy Meadows. But that's kind of the game plan, and I'm going to rest and get up early, and I will talk to you guys in the morning. Have a good one.